my name's Nicole Norris, and I'm a Creative Memories Advisor, and I am so excited to share with you that I have launched my virtual classroom that's called Page by Page, Recording the Journey with Nicole. In my classroom, I will have courses that'll be a start to finish project with a beginning and an end. The first course that I'm launching, you are going to love. It is going to help you document your child or grandchild's public education clear from preschool to 12th grade. There's a layout highlighting each year of their education and with pockets for you to put in all their certificates and class pictures and maybe a report card or just memorabilia, things that you want to keep track of and have recorded and organized. We all have that box of stuff, and it's time to get that in get it organized in such a way that your kids and you can enjoy looking at them and see how they grow clear from preschool to 12th grade. And I just had a daughter graduate, so I'm excited to share with you her album that I created. Now in this classroom, I will have videos that start clear from the beginning of getting your pictures and everything organized, cutting out the entire workshop, and then individual videos that will assemble each layout in the workshop. So you'll be able to follow right along. It'll be so much fun, and you'll be able to work at your own pace and at your own speed and in the comfort of your own home. So join me virtually in my classroom, page by page, recording the journey with Nicole. I'm going to turn the camera around and show you this first workshop. And then stay tuned so you can see the second class that I'll be teaching. It's called Hit the Road, and it's going to be perfect for documenting your summer adventures. Okay, let's take a look at my School Dayz Page by Page Recording the Journey class. This album, like I said before, is going to document your child or grandchild's entire journey from preschool through kindergarten, and has a cover page to begin with. This is our cover page. I'm using this punch. That punch is called Bookshelf. It's a Creative Memories punch. That's awesome. And you're going to see that on every layout on every page, 2-page spread in this album. Just so you know that you have the option to sign up for this class, and your kit can come with the punch or without. So if you already have the punch, you could opt to order the class materials that does not include the punch. So I actually just barely added my last photo. I've had this album done except for the last day of school of her senior year and senior year pictures, and so I just added this before I started recording. So on this is our cover page, and all the supplies you need to create this album, as far as the layouts, is included in the product, except for the cardstock. You're going to want to provide your cardstock. One of the reasons I do that is because, for example, in this particular collection, it uses 29 sheets of black cardstock. You can, of course, order the cardstock from Creative Memories, but it also you need like 1 sheet of Kelly Green, 1 sheet of pumpkin, 1 sheet of raspberry, and 1 sheet of the white notebook lined paper. And because it's just 1 sheet, I'm going to show you where those colors come in effect, and you can either choose to use the colored cardstock or to use black. For the lined notebook paper, it's actually what you need for this cover page. And you may have that already in your stash, especially when it comes to cardstock. You might already have the cardstock you need in your stash. And of course, I want you to use that cardstock that you've got in your stash, not to purchase more if you've already got it. So the product that comes in your course materials is going to be like these frames and the pattern paper, and let's see what else, the embellishments and the stickers and those type of things. That's what's going to come in your product bundle. So if you do need to order your cardstock, like I said, be sure to order it from Creative Memories so that you can get the exact same colors that I'm using on my layouts in the class. So here's our cover page, and then we'll flip it over here, and every layout is kind of the same type of layout. As far as on the left hand page we have preschool, and on the right hand page is a pocket for you to put certificates and those type of things in it. So here's our first preschool page, and I use pictures from the first day of school on my preschool page, on each first day of school pictures on this page on the left hand side. I do have some of these 8.5 by 11 or an 8 by 10 sheet protectors that fit in my album that I did do some of their like yearly photos on and added it to my album. This is something in the classroom. I'll share a link to where you can get those. They have a lot of different hole options, so they pretty much fit almost any album, but I will definitely share that link in the classroom. So on the right hand page, I use pictures from the last day of school. So I've got first day of school pictures and last day of school pictures. Now, are there a lot of pictures that are taken in between? Absolutely. And those are scrapbooked in her normal chronological album. The purpose of this school album is to document, I have the first and last day of school pictures, and to put a pocket, which is what we've made on the right hand page, which I'll show you how in the classroom videos, to put in all of her certificates and those type of things in here. So this is a pocket that I've slipped in different certificates and congratulations, and I'm using a top load sheet protector so I could easily pull those items out and span them out and look at them more closely if I wanted to. But it's all organized by grade, and one of the funnest things about this is we're going to watch this little girl from a little preschooler grow up into the beautiful young woman who just graduated high school. All right, here's our kindergarten layout. So once again, I have first day of school pictures, and then on the left-hand page and on the right-hand page, I have another pocket, and I have a couple pictures from her last day of school. Now, on this one, actually, I did a little bit different. This is first day of school, and here's last day of school, and I have a picture there. But it looks like I had a whole bunch of pictures of the first day of school that I put on this pocket. And I want you to see that you can definitely adjust this for what works for you. And you're going to see that as we go through the album, where I've made some variations or pivoted a little from having first day and last day of school pictures. I've got her class picture here. Look how cute that little kindergartner is, and a certificate happened to put on there. And then I've got the pocket again with certificates and different things. And there's even, I have some schoolwork in here. We've got kindergarten graduation. So I've got those type of things in this pocket here with her. I use the Kelly Green cardstock for my pocket. And this is where you could use black cardstock for every pocket. This one I did use Kelly Green. I've got Kelly Green over here. And so I used Kelly Green here with that pattern paper. But this is an optional variation. It is listed on the guide because I'm telling you exactly what I did. But if you wanted to, you could just use black cardstock for all of your pockets. All right, let's go on to the next page. We've got first grade. So here's our first day of school picture, and here's our last day of school pictures. So this one I didn't went back to using the black cardstock for this particular pocket, and I've got lots of certificates and those type of things in here for her. Here's our second grade. First day of school pictures, last day of school pictures. And the pocket in black again. Here's third grade. And first day of school over here, last day of school on this one. And this is one that I used the pumpkin cardstock. And once again, I did match it to this little file folder on the left-hand page on the third grade. But you could just use black cardstock here if you wanted to. That would be totally fine. It would look great. That's what you see in all the other ones. So that's kind of an optional thing, but I just switched it up a little bit by using a colored pocket. Here's fourth grade, first day of school and last day of school. Our fifth grade, she's growing up. And I want to tell you, this one's a good one for me to bring this up. This one I used the Razzleberry cardstock, and it of course would look great with the black. And a lot of these layouts, I've got 2 3x4s and a 4x4 in the middle, but on this one I have a 4x6 and a 4x4. And so you definitely could vary the pictures that you put on your pocket to match your pictures. And also even on the left-hand page, if you wanted to switch these up, you definitely could for sure. Now, this is for my daughter. And I did pull kind of more of the pink tones out, especially it matched her skirt perfectly here, and she was into ballet, and so I have pulled the pink tones out of here. Now, can you definitely pull different colors and have it more masculine? Absolutely. In fact, let me pull this page out. So although this is for my daughter, I actually will do one of these for my son as well. So the back side of this card, I'm just going to gently look on the back, is actually yellow. And so that's where you would probably just pick, either use the back side or pick a different matte pack card in a color that worked better for your photos. And of course, the pink is totally popping on this layout because I've used the pink frame here and she's wearing pink. And so I've intentionally pulled that color out of the pattern paper and things like that. But if I were to switch this pink out for, say, a blue or a green, those are the colors that would stand out for sure. So you don't feel like that this, because I created it for a girl and I've kind of pulled the pink tones and maybe more feminine tones, that you can't pull more masculine tones if you're doing it for a little boy. So here's our pocket again. All right. Here's our 6th grade, first day of school, last day of school pictures. 7th grade. This was kind of a fun year because this is the year that we had COVID, and so we ended the school year at home. So we really didn't have like last day of school pictures with the teacher or anything like that because we were all at home. So I included some pictures from doing homeschool. We were all online, so they were all on their device, on computers and stuff like that. And those are the pictures that I put on this side. So we had a normal first day of school, but we definitely didn't have a normal last day of school. All right, here's 8th grade. In this one, I have to tell you, I only had this one photo of the last day of school. So I did a little 4x4 and then just added a matte card to the other side of it, which worked great. And I need to find or print a picture of her, that year's photo of her. I couldn't find it, so it's not in there. All right, here is 9th grade. Last day of school, she was playing at graduation, at her sister's graduation. And was then headed to a violin lesson. So it was definitely not the typical last day of school pictures, but this is what was going on, and so that's what I put on here. All right, here is 10th grade, first day, and honestly, I don't think I took any last day of school pictures this year because this outfit and what she's doing is the same as her first day of school picture. So I think what happened is I didn't take any last day of school pictures. Who knows even if she came home right after school for me to take pictures. Let's blame her. Like, let's plan on that. No, just kidding. Anyways, so I just used a couple more pictures from her first day of school, and it's okay. That's totally okay. So if you don't have like first day and last day because you weren't diligent at doing that, you're in good company. Neither did I, apparently. So I just used some pictures. Like I said, on this one, I used pictures of what was happening that last day, couple days of school. On this one, I only have first day of school pictures. And I made it work. The whole point is I'm seeing her grow from year to year, which was something that was super fun when I was putting this together. Is this particular daughter who this album's for, she came and was looking through it and was like commenting on her clothes and her hair and those type of things as she saw herself grow from year to year. And it was super fun to be able to just basically flip a page and see a year's worth of growth. All right, here's 11th grade. Once again, I don't think I took any last day of school pictures. So instead, I pulled 3 photos from 3 events that happened in 11th grade that were very important and monumental to her. We have a city celebration that's May Day, and our juniors are in our May court. So there's a picture of her from May Day. She was the concert master at the Utah All-State Strings Orchestra, which was a huge honor and milestone and accomplishment her junior year. So there's a picture of that. And then she also competed in Young Artist Cup and took 2nd place for her violin solo. And so that was also a highlight of this junior year. And so where I didn't have last day of school pictures, I just used 3 photos that highlighted important events that happened that year that I want her to remember. So like I said, if you are like me, are in good company and didn't take first and last day of school pictures faithfully, you can still do this album and accomplish the goal of it. All right, and here's our 12th grade. So we have first day of her senior year, and then I have last day of school pictures right here. I had done this album and basically had everything but like I did it in the summer between her junior and senior year. And so as soon as I took these pictures, I actually printed them out and added them to this layout for her first day. And then she just graduated this last week. And so I made sure I did get last day of her senior year pictures. This is kind of a super fun thing. This is a picture from her first day of kindergarten. And I'm like, hey, I know I have this pose of you where you were standing like this. So make that pose for me again. And she did, and I took the picture. And then I pulled up the actual photo. I just remembered taking the picture before. And I was like crying because I was like, oh my gosh, my baby girl's all grown up. And she's holding her hand, her thumb, and everything the same way. And she didn't see this photo when she posed. She just did the pose because I knew what the pose looked like. And I took the picture, and then I went and pulled up this other picture. And then this girl apparently is terrified that a teacher from sometime in the last 4 years of high school was going to ask for an assignment. And so she has kept all of her notebooks and everything from all 12 years, or all 4 years, not 12 years, all 4 years of high school. And this bundle pile was heavy. She's like, hurry, take the picture, it's heavy. So anyways, kind of a fun photo that I threw in here, but I wanted that side by side of the 2 poses, and plus, how excited she was to be graduating. So anyways, that is the end of our album and end of our project. So here's how it's going to work. In this video, because this will be posted on YouTube, in the description, you're going to find a link to my blog, and it's going to have all the information about my page-by-page Recording the Journey with Nicole virtual classroom. And it'll show the project that we're this particular class, this course. And there'll be a PayPal link in order to sign up and register for the course. And in that registration, you will receive the School Dayz decorative bundle, which will have all the pattern paper, stickers, embellishments, and frames. And you'll have the option, there'll be 2 registration buttons, PayPal buttons. One is for the bundle that comes with the bookshelf border punch, and one is for the bundle that comes without the border punch. And when you pay that, you'll fill in your address. I will have your supplies shipped to you. It'll be coming directly from Creative Memories. And then you will also need to have on hand 29 sheets of black cardstock, a sheet of Kelly green cardstock, a sheet of pumpkin cardstock, and a sheet of raspberry cardstock, and a sheet of the white notebook lined paper. It's this paper here, but this is for the cover. You just need 1 sheet for that. And that's something that you can order from my website, from Creative Memories, my website, my Creative Memories website. Sorry, that wasn't very clear. Or you are definitely welcome to use the cardstock that you have in your stash for this, which is why I have that separate for you so that you can use that cardstock. And don't forget those 3 individual colors, the Kelly green, pumpkin, and raspberry. That is totally optional, but it's for pockets like this one. You could switch this out for a black pocket instead, in which case you'll need a couple more sheets of black cardstock to make those pockets. So I am super excited about this. The way the course will work is there will be a Facebook group that I'll invite you to. And within that Facebook group, I will have the course broken down into smaller classes or smaller videos, basically classes that you can watch. And we'll start by talking about the photos and what you need to gather. And then we will go through a cutting video, which will be a separate video where we'll cut out everything for the album. And then there'll be a separate video for each layout, starting with the cover page that you'll be able to watch. And I'll assemble these right on the video for you and give you all the tips and tricks and instructions. And there's also a printed workshop guide that you'll be able to follow along as well. So this will be such a fun project, and it's a great class because it has a beginning of an end. You finish with a completed album that will document your child or a loved one or grandchild's journey through the public school system. Of course, if you don't have preschool, you could just eliminate that page and start with kindergarten, and that would be just fine, obviously. So I hope you'll join me for this page-by-page Recording the Journey with Nicole course. And I think it's going to be super fun, and it's going to be so rewarding to have this done. I can tell you it was so fun to have my daughter Cassie come and look at her completed album and be so excited about it. Even while I was making it and creating this album, she would come and check on my progress and has looked through this album already a half dozen times because it's all there for her, so easy for her to look through, and just has had a good time seeing herself grow from this cute little preschooler to this beautiful graduated senior. So, all right, if you have any questions, don't hesitate to leave a comment or reach out to me. Like I said, the link to register for this course will be in the description, and I hope you will join me for this page-by-page Recording the Journey School Dayz workshop class course. Thank you. Happy scrapbooking.